Hello, my name is Brianne Kerr and I am a Black status presenter with Unique, and it's time that I made my video about my journey to Black with Unique. I hit Black status in 8 months. This is my very first time in direct sales. I've never done direct sales before, and my journey involves lots of crazy life obstacles, and I am very humbled and ready to share that with you. So the night that I joined Unique is the night that I became a Black status presenter. It's the night that I made a decision. And over the past, month or so since me and my team hit Black status, I've been doing so much reflecting, and I get so many questions like, oh, how did you do it? How did you do it? How did you, hit it, Black status in events? And, tell me about your recruiting. What are you doing for recruiting? Tell me about your parties. What are you doing for your parties? How are you building relationships? How are you expanding your market? What are you doing? Where are you learning? All these questions. Because if you do that, that's going to get you to the top. And that's not true, you guys. And so with all of my reflecting, of course, the question is, well, how? Like, why? How did I do that? And I did that because I made a decision that was what was going to happen. There was no any way around it. The night that I joined Unique, I was 110% in, and it was going to happen. So a little bit of how I found Unique. I am a Army wife. I am a mother to 3 babies, 1-year-old, 3-year-old, 6-year-old. I am a doula. I am a midwife's assistant. I was midwife assistant, was a doula, and photographer. And what else have I done? Lots of hairnets and name tags, you guys. Massage therapist. I've done lots of stuff. And almost everything that I've done has involved empowering people and making them feel really great. And I've always loved all of the jobs that I've ever had. I've always loved. It's always been done out of passion. So the night that I signed on with Unique, I was on Facebook. And I kind of knew that direct sales was the direction that I wanted to go. And I was just kind of waiting for the fireworks to tell me this is the company that I want to sign on with. And I hadn't found it yet. And one of my really dear friends is a top earner in another company, and she did that in 2 years, and I watched her do it. And so I knew that it was for real, but I also knew that it needed to be a product that I could stand behind, because that's sincerity. And so anyways, I was on Facebook, and a friend of mine who was very, very pregnant at the time, I think she was a little grumpy, was complaining about direct sales companies, and she listed them all off, right? And I saw Unique, and I hadn't heard of Unique. And I am in an Army community, lots and lots of direct sales mamas around me, and I've always supported them because I love buying from people, and I love supporting the women around me, but I hadn't heard of Unique. And so immediately I went to the website, and I kind of read up. A fellow presenter chimed on, and she kind of, helped me figure out what it was about. I called my friend, and my top earner friend, and she pointed me in the direction of Amber Voigt. I had never talked to Amber Voigt. I had never met Amber Voigt. I had no idea who Amber Voigt was, and I found her website, and I registered. And then I messaged her, I just registered. Hi, here I am. And which is a point. You should always make sure you're networking with other network marketers, because you never know who the referrals are going to be sent towards you. We support each other in this profession. Everybody. And so yeah, I signed on because somebody complaining, because I knew, because that didn't matter. And the funny thing is that my friend who was complaining signed on with Unique a couple months later. And I always get tickled telling that story. And she's doing awesome. She's an elite presenter. She is amazing. It's just, the irony of it is funny. So yes, we had $200 in our checking account. And I needed to do this right now. I just knew it. I just knew this was going to change our lives. We were going to have the life that my friend has, where we're not having to worry about money anymore, where we're not in debt, where we can do what we want to do and we can be at home with our babies. This was life. I was going to do it, and this company is going to be my tools. I just knew it. I made the decision. And so my husband backed me 100%. He's a wise man. And I spent half the money that we had at the time on the kit. And after that, I sat out in my backyard and I was reflecting, and that was this moment. In my head, every single morning that I wake up and I work my business, I think about that night after I signed up and sitting and reflecting and just the decision that I made. The night that I became a Black Status presenter was the night I signed on with Unique. So about a month and a half into my journey with Unique, of course, the next day, even before I got my kit, I was learning. What is this new business I signed on, sharing my excitement. I knew that, watching all the videos that I could, absorbing, watching the leaders, but that's not what got me to the top. What got me there was my decision. Month and a half into my journey with Unique, I got really sick. I have Chiari malformation, and I became extremely symptomatic that summer. And I couldn't sit up at my desk. I couldn't sit up most of the day. I was very, very sick. Did that stop me from working my business? I didn't even think about it, because my business was my focus. It was this joy and this passion and something that I could be doing, because I could do it from my phone. Because it got me out of my body that was just against me. I was in so much pain and I was dizzy all day long, and focusing on that, on my business and passion and sharing everything that our amazing profession entails, got me out of that place where my sickness had me. So now I could tell you, women started joining on attraction marketing. They came and they were amazing, and we learned together, and I could tell you all of that part of the story, but that's now how I got to Black, you guys. Got to Black because I made that decision. 4 months into Unique, I had brain surgery. I had traveled to New York. I broke my foot 3 days before I had brain surgery, just to make it a little bit more complicated. Never for a second did I think that was going to get in the way of my passion and my decision, and I didn't even think about it. I was mad because I had to have it done, but never did I think that it would slow me down. Actually, I got again recovery. I came out of surgery and I asked my mom how my eyelashes looked, because it was in my heart and it was in my head that this was going to happen. It was my priority. Always working my business, because it's mine. And every single day I wake up and I remember that and I reflect on it and I share the joy. And the most amazing thing is, and I didn't necessarily realize this was going to happen, was that I get to watch other women do the same thing. And watching that is far better than living it. My team and the love and the support, and watching these women make that decision and watching their journey is just absolutely fantastic. It's the best part. I was recognized as a Black Status presenter on February 20th. And I'm watching those numbers. I'm a numbers girl, and I love my back office, and I love the charts. Give me a chart. Give me little goals to focus on every single day. I just love it. Watching and knowing that it was going to happen. It was going to happen. We were watching, and then it happened. And the adrenaline rush crippled me, literally. I hit Black Status, and about 10 minutes later, I couldn't walk. I was so excited. I had to go and take my medicine, and I actually couldn't even like reply and like focus and really appreciate it until the medicine kicked in. And I feel like I'm still just like absorbing it, because it's not that I'm shocked, because I'm not shocked, because I made a decision. Because they were right. The law of attraction, you make a decision, and when it gets in your subconscious, the auto-suggestion every single day, this is what's going to happen. I don't necessarily know how long it's going to take, but it will happen, because then your subconscious helps you to think outside of the box, to make different decisions, to keep that passion up. The only people that don't get to the top in this profession are the ones who quit. And everybody's journey is different, you guys. You know, I mean, we have women in this company that hit black status in 3 days when we launched in the UK. We have women that hit it in 3 months. We have women that hit it in 8 months. We have women that hit it in 18 months. You guys, the journey is different. But your decision and the passion and love behind it is the machete cutting your way through the path. And everybody's path is different. So right now, I don't care if you are on my team or who you are, or if you're watching this video and there's something in your life that you want, have you made a decision? A decision. No. Do you know that it is going to happen? You say no. If you are still in your brain saying, oh, you know, I don't know if I can do that. She has these things, I don't have these things. It's not true. You've not made that decision yet. You've made that decision when people ask you, yes, I am a black status presenter. I just haven't been recognized as it yet. That's my story. Like I said before, I could really get into the details about how do you really work an online party and how do you do all of these detailed things, and you guys, they're hearsay because our journeys are different. We're all going to have things that are different. When you are on an amazing team, we all bring all of that to the table, and we pick and we choose and we use that to create our perfect business. It's the decision and passion that is going to get you there. So, thank you for letting me share my story. I am so excited. My journey has just begun. I am traveling, and, you know, my life now, my husband he's out of the army. He doesn't have to work. He's home. I made that decision. I don't think I'm going to start getting out $1 for every single time I say decision, because it's a lot, but it's the truth, and that's what I have to offer you. You just have to do it. What you want will gravitate towards you when you can wake up every single day with that conviction. And you will get let down. You will have flop parties. That is just part of the game, you guys, but that is nothing compared to the commitment you've made to yourself and the decision that you've made. And when you realize that, and you can 100% say that you've made a decision and say out loud, I am a black status presenter, that is when you will start to go up. So, if you haven't said it yet, I want you to say it right now. Because if I can do it, you guys, I'm nothing special. Yeah, I'm nothing special. I am a woman who's determined. I'm a woman who wanted something better for my family. You know, I am a woman who has gone through crazy things in the past 8 months, and you know, my brain, you know, sickness, health issues, all of that, and it did not stop me. Not because I'm special, because I made a decision and I live in that place. So, join me on this journey. I'm so excited to see you guys here, because it is a very sweet, sweet place to be. Thanks for letting me share.